Welcome back to Module 4 of the Taking Leadership to Heart program. In Module 4, we'll be focusing on the interpersonal composite of behavior. The interpersonal composite describes how we relate to others. The 3 subskills include, first, interpersonal relationships, which is about developing and maintaining mutually satisfying relationships. Second is empathy, which is the ability to recognize, understand, and appreciate how others feel. And third is social responsibility, which is that moral compass directing your behavior toward promoting the greater good and helping others. In this video, we'll cover each subskill in more detail and how they relate to leadership. By the end of watching the video, pick just one of these interpersonal subskills to focus on developing this upcoming week. It could be high or low usage. The important thing is to think about your usage of the subskill and what would best help you improve your leadership to create those positive leadership outcomes you're looking for. So let's start by first discussing interpersonal relationships in more detail. To be a successful leader, you need to not only build relationships, but you must also be able to maintain mutually beneficial relationships. When you have high usage of interpersonal relationship skills as a leader, it means that you are a connected leader who coaches and mentors others to reach their full potential. When you take the time to build relationships, others will be willing to hear your opinions and ideas, and they'll be open to your influence on their opinions and ideas. When you influence others in a way that is based on authentic, mutually beneficial relationships, you increase both trust and support for your priorities. Building authentic relationships is important in leadership because it helps others feel comfortable to openly share information and insight that you need to make the best decisions. These relationships will also enable you to effectively encourage cooperation. Maybe they don't like your idea, but because they trust you and know you have their back, they'll put genuine effort into trying to make it work. And when problems and conflicts come up, you'll also be trusted to help them work through to find a solution. As a leader, it's also important to use your interpersonal relationship skills to network and gain external resources that you need to be successful. Next, let's discuss empathy. Empathy is one of the most powerful tools a leader can use. It's also one of the most misunderstood skills. Empathy is not being nice all the time. It's not sympathy. Empathy focuses on others' thoughts and feelings, while sympathy focuses on your own thoughts and feelings. Empathy is your ability to look at things from the other person's point of view. Empathy involves understanding others' feelings by reading their tone of voice, facial expression, and body posture. Empathy also involves understanding where others are coming from. Empathy promotes the building of authentic relationships and the building of trust. Being an empathetic leader means being in tune with the emotions of others so they feel heard and understood, which pays off big in times of conflict, stress, and change. For example, when making tough decisions or giving constructive criticism, if people feel understood, they are much less likely to be defensive. Usage of empathy as a leader also demonstrates care and compassion for the individual needs of people. Seeing those individual needs gives you the information you need to adapt your approach to that individual. It's that moment on any given day when it feels a little lighter because someone else gets it. That's empathy. Finally, let's discuss social responsibility. Social responsibility in a leader is strongly correlated with others viewing them as ethical. Morality and fairness are amongst the most important leadership characteristics that employees value. As a leader, it's important to demonstrate your social responsibility through supporting charitable activities and by helping within the organization and supporting individuals. Socially responsible leaders have been shown to have direct reports that are more emotionally invested in and committed to the leader and the organization. In fact, this one factor was equivalent to overall job satisfaction. As a leader, high usage of social responsibility involves mentoring and coaching to serve as a champion for each member of your team. In doing so, you promote employee engagement, build morale, and are seen as someone who provides development opportunities that help support and build talent. In leadership, high usage of social responsibility also means upholding the moral and ethical compass in your approach and your decisions. Also consider ways that you can align your company or team with actions that are socially responsible. Look for ways that you can support meaningful causes and at the same time benefit members of your team. For example, choosing a cause that is aligned with your organization's mission. In my breast cancer research lab, I encouraged and organized events that my team participated in by volunteering at and raising money for breast cancer awareness, research, and patient programs. My lab members had fun working together at the events, meeting patients and families, and they also felt more connected then to their research projects, which helped carry them through the day-to-day grind and often stressful long hours. I have provided a set of thought questions that correspond to each of the interpersonal subskills, a separate set for interpersonal relationships, empathy, and social responsibility. This week, read through and consider the thought questions associated with the interpersonal subskill you have decided to focus on. The goal of these questions is to allow you to think about, 1, if there are times your usage is ever out of balance with complementary subskills, and 2, does your current usage ever block you from getting the positive outcomes you want as a leader? Okay, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you for listening and for giving your time and talents and taking your leadership development to heart.